we did have, I think probably first out was we had a new grad that came in, and she was this, I mean, first day on the floor, ends up with a patient who looks like it has an MI. She gave him a nitro, sublingual nitro, completely tanked the pressure. So we're thinking, okay, that looks like, your right-sided MIs. We're like, all right, maybe this is going to be the issue, except for the EKG was normal. The lab work is coming back, and we're no elevated troponins. So we're thinking, something's not right. But at the same time, in the back of our head, we're thinking, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, should be a duck. And so we got to process with her the whole way through, and we had caught it so early when that patient arrived that our numbers and things had not shown. So about 90 minutes later, that troponin starts to bump just a little bit, and we do a repeat EKG, and now we see that we have that MI that's going on. And so for her, it was this process of walking through where she kept saying, it looks like this, and we're like, don't second guess yourself. There might be something else that's going on, but I mean, if everything else is telling you you've got some good clinical judgment here, we're looking at it going, looks like it should be that. And so it's that matter of trust your instincts. You do have them even as a new grad, first day on the floor. Everything that you know is telling you this is where we should be going. And look, when you wait long enough and follow out the work, you end up there where you were headed. And so it was fun for her to watch as she got that aha moment. And then a week later, when we ended up back in the classroom together, she shared it, and she's like, I knew what it was. And it was so exciting to watch her realize that, but to be able to just coach her through and say, no, don't sell yourself out yet. You're heading the right direction. And then to have herself confirmed with what was actually going on, that she did have that.
This is such a great example of what I would call a paradigm case. She will forever remember that you can get the MI so early you can't diagnose it yet, and yet you can still recognize without all the right lab work what's going on. So that would be a paradigm case, which is so much more powerful than any lists of signs or symptoms. And it's that first person experiential grasp of what an MI looks like before you can really diagnose it. That's a great example.
Definitely. And we still to this day joke about nitro.
Yeah.
And giving it, she's like, no, it's got to bottom them out. And we laugh.
Yeah.
So she's now, I think, 2 years in, and she is stellar at the bedside. So.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It's also such a great example of how clinical learning is puzzle solving. All the time, puzzle solving. It's not stamping out something that you know onto an inert passive practice. No, it's figuring out in this very dynamic, complex practice what's going on, what matters here, what puzzle are you working on, what are you trying to solve. It's great.
That's probably my favorite part about the emergency department, is that we always get that puzzle, and it's constantly having to push what you know to figure it out. I swear I learn something new every day that I'm at work, and so it just keeps me wanting to go back, because I'm always learning, which then I also get to share that with other people as well. So it's just kind of a benefit for me, but it's a puzzle. It's picking things up and figuring it out, and not going with just, this is what it is, go with that. And it's like, no, I got to figure it out and make sure that that's what it is.